Hello, welcome to Hogar de Vinos. My name is Jose Perdillo, and today we are going to talk about wines. Specifically, we will discuss the following question. Concrete tanks or oak barrels? Stainless steel tanks or clay amphorae? How influential is the winemaking vessel when it comes to fermenting and aging fine wine? Winemaking has always had a tendency to emphasize the romantic and historical aspects. While claiming tradition is quite common in Europe, it is not as prevalent in the New World, which focuses more on impeccable industrial winemaking by major brands. Nevertheless, tradition permeates every pore of the wine industry. Just take a look at wines produced with completely modern methods that still claim oak influence, even if it's achieved through staves or even oak powder instead of expensive barrels. But should oak barrels still be considered the best means of aging wine today? Originally, barrels were used because they were the dominant containers for storage and transportation, and oak was the most readily available wood. Associating oak with quality is one of the oldest characteristics of winemaking, although it wasn't always the case initially. Oak barrels were used to store wine because of their shape, which allowed for easy transportation by manual labor. Later on, it was discovered that oak was not only useful for transportation but also influenced the maturation of wine, especially when the use of new oak became common. The mantra that new oak indicates quality still prevails, as evidenced by the number of heavily oaked cult wines. However, there has recently been a certain backlash towards older oak and even a revisionist movement towards the use of amphorae. In fact, in terms of reclaiming tradition, amphorae preceded the use of oak by a significant margin. The oldest use of clay vessels is probably the kvevari, buried underground in Georgia about 6,000 years ago. Amphorae were created by the Egyptians and were commonly used in winemaking, as depicted in tomb paintings. Barrels likely came into use for transportation during the Roman Empire, after the Romans reached Gaul around 300 BC. However, it wasn't until the Middle Ages that oak barrels started to be used as we know them today, and they became widespread thanks to cooper guilds throughout Europe. The movement towards using amphorae or even kvevari started among natural wine producers but has now reached the mainstream. You can even find amphorae in Bordeaux, a stronghold of oak-driven tradition. Please leave your opinion in the comments about your preferences: concrete tanks or oak barrels, stainless steel tanks or clay amphorae. If you enjoy this type of content, please leave your opinion in the comments. I invite you to learn more about wines on our website, hogardevinos.com, or follow us on social media. Give us a like, share with your friends, and subscribe to our YouTube channel, Saber de Vinos, to stay informed about new videos. Remember, appreciating wine is enhanced by knowing it better. Thank you, and until next time.